Drifter and Blue are up very early this morning. We got about 33 miles to go to Damascus. We're going to try to do it in 2 days. That might not sound like a lot of miles to most people, but to Drifter and Blue, it'll be our 2 biggest days back to back by far on the trail. One reason is there's supposed to be thunderstorms coming, and we'd like to be in Damascus for that. We'll resupply there, and I actually think we're gonna not stay in a hostel, but we might shuttle over to the town and get a nice room for the night. I want to soak in a bathtub. These old muscles are sore. This sunrise gets better, we'll turn this back on. Pretty decent day today. We're going to be in the high 60s, maybe 70. And then in a few days, we're going to have 25 again. That's the crazy weather patterns. I gotta breathe. That's what I gotta do. Thinking about hiking in the south is it's where my ancestors settled in Appalachia. They came from Germany, and some of them were Scots-Irish, and they've been here since before the American Revolution, because I got a great grandfather that fought in the American Revolution. And a lot of the Appalachian speak and everything was passed down through all them, right down through my grandparents to my mom. And so many of the words from this region have just disappeared from the language. I can hear my grandma or grandpa saying I don't rightly recollect, and I reckon, and just all the words they used are gone. When we're walking through this area, I think a lot about those ancestors that settled here in the 16 and 1700s. It's some of this probably hasn't changed a bit. You know, they mostly didn't live in the mountains. I don't think they lived down in the hollers, as they called them. But you know, my mom was born in the 20s, and she had no running water and no electricity. It's a lot like a coal miner's daughter. She never lost her accent. She always had that accent. And as much as it drove me crazy when I was a kid, I really miss hearing my grandparents and moms speak in that accent. Just thoughts that go through your head in the middle of a 14.5-mile hike today. And I believe we're going to get our 14.5 and our 18.5 or whatever it is tomorrow. We're pretty determined on this. And we're feeling a little better than we have. Knees still tweak a little bit, both of us, and my foot problem seems to have disappeared, so that's good. I'd say we're both battling more of shoulder problems from the packs, and we're gonna try to get them a little lighter. Maybe switch out the degree sleeping bags now that we kind of are headed toward warmer weather. This is a monument to Nick Grindstaff. He was born in 1851 and died in 1923. And on the back of the monument it says he lived alone and died alone. And he definitely, if he's buried here, he's definitely buried alone, because this is nowhere near any town, unless there's a side trail that we don't know about. I'm not sure if this is the same one, but when we section hiked years ago, we came to a spot where they had a gate like this. Yep, this one's, and a bunch of cows following us around. Got to shut the gate so they don't get out. We'll see if this is the same spot. Taking a rest in the farmer's pasture. See all the mountains around it. This is the part of that trail that's handicap accessible. Barn back there had an AT symbol on it. No, we see no animals. Saw a few day hikers come through. I don't know where they're hiking to. Maybe up there to that shelter that's about 2.6 miles away.